I don't regret getting this. I'm sure you've seen the title and thumbnail already. These things are everywhere. They are everywhere, all over Amazon. I've seen so many like YouTube shorts and other things of them. They're literally a trend. And the videos that I see are super annoying because they use that absolutely abhorrent AI voice that like Dr. Squatch uses in their advertisements. That is the most annoying voice known to man, just behind the original TikTok AI female voice. Yeah, not a fan of the advertisements or the overabundance of these on the market, but it's a 3D printed action figure, and I have to see if it's actually any good. I have to see. So I ordered it from Amazon, of course, because Amazon has a million of these. This one I got says it's already assembled, so I shouldn't have to build it. Thankfully, I don't, because I remember seeing some review where some poor soul bought this, and they had to build it, and, yeah, it wasn't, it wasn't very good of an experience for them, unfortunately. Very interesting packaging design here. Titan 13 action figure, designed by Souza, Mary XD, 3D printed dummy 13. Robot series is designed by the talented artist Souza. I'm not sure how accurate that is. I don't know if Souza is the original designer. I don't know if these are like copyrighted or anything, or if literally anybody could print these off. I do not know. But I've always been curious about the world of 3D printed action figures. And since this is the most mainstream one, this is the one that is everywhere, I had to check it out. Now, the one that I got is actually pretty neat. I actually wanted to get one that was a little bit more special, because I have a whole shelf of glow-in-the-dark toys, and this is actually a light blue glow-in-the-dark dummy 13, T13, whatever. My first impression is that it definitely feels very 3D printed. That is very, very 3D printed. I'm sure they mass-produce these like crazy. I don't want to move it quite yet, though. He comes with quite a bit of stuff. There's quite a bit of stuff here, and it all also looks very, very 3D printed. So he has like a Halo sword that is literally just straight out of Halo. I feel like that's going to easily snap. Like, that could snap so easy. He's got a couple guns here, and I mean, look at the 3D print marks. Definitely a lot going on there, and I feel like I'm getting like some packaging stuff on my fingers. But yeah, very, very clearly 3D printed. There's a little slot there, though, I guess if you 3D print like blast effects. That's kind of neat. He's got alternate hands, interestingly. He's got a couple swords, or he's got a sword right here, just a standard like katana. And he has a bow staff. He has a knight sword, and I mean, the detail is nothing. It's literally just 3D printed. I mean, it doesn't feel too bad. You know, it's decent quality. I can tell there's like this odd stickiness to it. Aren't you supposed to like wash or clean 3D print stuff after you print it? Because, I don't know, there's like an odd little stickiness. I'm not sure how these ball joints are going to work with the hands. I am not confident in that. But, obviously, we got the figure itself here. And I'm very curious about how the joints and everything are going to work on this. Very, very curious. So the ankles are on ball joints. And, yeah, I mean, the ankles seem to be moving fine. I can tell, I think they put the feet on wrong, because there's more of a clearance on the wrong way. So you have more tilt going out than in. So can we, like, pop the feet off? Oh, that's pretty easy. That's not too bad. That doesn't feel too bad. So already misassembled, worst product ever. I don't know, though. Like, it doesn't feel as bad as I thought it would. It really doesn't. Like, the joints are decent. Like, color me surprised. He's got a thigh swivel. Does he have double-jointed knees? It's got double-jointed knees, but it doesn't seem like they're going to bend all the way. Again, with the stickiness. Like, I literally have, like, a sticky residue on my fingers right now. It's very, very sticky. But, I mean, as someone who's built plenty of figures, like with Gundam model kits, stuff like that, I'm very curious about the engineering here. I think it's pretty much all the knees going to go. So, I mean, yeah, the legs aren't too bad. Got a nice ankle tilt. You actually have toe articulation, which is surprising. And again, I mean, this feels very, very 3D printed. But yeah, I think it's pretty neat. The butt is so sticky. Like, do you see, like, that weird texture to it? It is so sticky. I don't know if, like, it cured all the way. Like, I don't know if the plastic cured all the way. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's, like, the glow-in-the-dark aspect of this, because I haven't even tried that yet. But, I mean, yeah, the torso seems to have a decent amount of articulation. Doesn't really seem to rotate. I'm trying not to break this thing. Because, I mean, it is still 3D printed, after all. I mean, yeah, the torso's not too bad. Doesn't really seem to have a lot of rotation, though. Like, a little bit up top, but it's very creaky. I'm scared of it. How about the shoulders? So the shoulders are... Oh, they're double ball jointed. That's surprising. You have a double ball joint. So you have, like, a shoulder shrug. And then you kind of have, like, a butterfly as well. Dang, this is very competently designed. This is definitely competently designed. One thing I'm not the biggest fan of on the design is the head. I feel like it has no features at all. It just, I don't know. Like, especially given how the rest of the body actually kind of has a decent little style to it. The fact that the head has nothing is very annoying. But yeah, I mean, I can't look at this thing and, like, not think of those really annoying videos of, like, Blue talked to Red about how they're gonna jump green. Like, it's so stupid. Like, you can tell that is just brain rot. Seems like there's kind of like a double elbow, but the second one doesn't go too far. It just kind of like, oh wait, this one goes further. Yeah, that's a full double elbow. Why isn't this one moving all the way? Is it like not put in all the way? Oh, it wasn't clicked in all the way. Okay. So he actually has a full-on double elbow. So now I'm curious, does that mean that's why the knee didn't work all the way either? No, I just think the knee just doesn't move that much. That's my game theory there. That's my game theory. Yeah, the arm articulation is way better than the legs, I can tell you that. The arms move really well. And the wrists, obviously, are on ball joints. But again, like, getting in really close on this, you can just tell it is covered in that 3D printed texture. Like, it's absolutely covered. Like, that is entirely the texture. And this butt is so sticky. He got a sticky butt. Like, that's wild. He straight up has a sticky butt. It's very interesting. I guess the last bit of articulation I haven't gone over is the head. So it seems like it's got a ball joint at the base of the neck and at the top of the neck. So you have a decent amount of articulation at the head there. Definitely a decent amount. Here, we'll give him a couple weapons. We'll give him the katana. There we go. That slots in pretty well. How do all the weapons fit? What about the guns? Ooh, the guns are a little tight. Definitely a little tight there. Not the biggest fan of how tight that is. How about the big, like, knight sword? Again, kind of tight. Kind of tight. Is this one any different? Yeah, it definitely has, like, a tightness where I'm a little scared to push it in all the way. This bow staff, the whole point of it is that it is supposed to push in all the way. Yeah, it's definitely tight. Like, you'd have to yank the hand. I would probably suggest putting the hands in, or putting the weapons in apart from the whole figure, but we'll go ahead and give him a gun, and we'll give him that katana. How about this weapon? This one still scares me. I feel like this would be so easily breakable. Actually fits in pretty good. It looks neat, too. Definitely looks neat. I guess, I don't know if they've done like a Master Chief colored one, but could give him that. Alright, he's got a katana. He's got a little gun here. He's pretty neat. He's definitely pretty neat. Blue is going to go on the offensive to take out Purple. Oh, so stupid. Yeah, like, dang, look at that ankle tilt, dude. This is kind of impressive. I definitely get the hype, I guess. Now, I definitely can see this being difficult to assemble, especially for a kid. You know, it is all 3D printed stuff that's all built together. But this is definitely very competently engineered, competently put together. I'd say my biggest complaint is that it's a little sticky. I don't feel like they cleaned the plastic enough before they built it. I mean, yeah, you can see it can hold a pretty dynamic pose. Like, yeah, that's really good. Now, one thing I do want to try is the glow-in-the-dark feature. I want to see how well it'll kind of pick up on my camera. Sometimes it doesn't pick up too well, but we'll see. I've upped the exposure so you can see it as accurately as I'm kind of seeing it. My camera definitely doesn't want to focus in because it is so dark, but it's glowing. It's definitely glowing. That's cool. Definitely get a glow-in-the-dark one, too. because it definitely adds to the experience of, you know, having a cool glow-in-the-dark 3D printed action figure. Like, this was like around $10. I don't really have any regrets. So I guess one of the last things I really have to do here is make some size comparisons so you guys have a good frame of reference of how big this thing is. So here it is with a couple different Gundam kits, a 1144 and a 1100. I would say the size is very comparable to a 1144 high grade. Definitely would fit in pretty well with those if you're so inclined, ? Here it is with a Hasbro 6-inch and a McFarlane 7-inch action figure. Do keep in mind these are on their display bases. You can see definitely on the smaller side compared to 6 or 7-inch. Wouldn't really fit in scale with these, but I don't know why you would want to do this anyway. And here it is with an old Hasbro 3 3/4-inch figure and a Lego minifigure. So you can see, yeah, it would actually look kind of cool with 3 3/4 inches, like a larger robot, but at the end of the day, I feel like this is very much in its own scale. If anything, I feel like they based this on 1144 scale from Gundam. So I did it. I tried one of these Dummy 13 Titan 13s that's all over Amazon and has the really cringy advertising, the really cringy marketing. What do I think about this? I think it's actually pretty cool. It's definitely something where I can see the appeal of someone who would want to, like, get a dozen of these in a dozen different colors and, like, color swap and mix and match, customize, things like that. Unfortunately, the marketing is very, very cringe. Definitely not in the fan club of the very cringy AI voice marketing on this. But overall, I think this is a very cool little figure. Something that I think if you see it on Amazon, and if you have like a little coupon, like I think they had like a 10-20% coupon on this, so I got it for a little less than $10. I think it's worth it. And I definitely recommend getting a glow-in-the-dark one as well, because this figure does glow pretty well. Like, it really does glow bright. I definitely enjoy that aspect, and it'll definitely look very cool on my glow-in-the-dark toy shelf. That is where he will live. Alrighty, guys, there we go. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think about this. I had to get one. I had to try it. I think it's neat. I think it's definitely neat. Definitely a novelty, though, in the toy collecting space. But I definitely see how 3D printing can be an aspect of the future of toy collecting. This figure is cool. It's a cool novelty, a cool prototype. We're definitely not there yet, especially with how sticky it is and how rough it feels. But it poses great. The joints are good quality. The tolerances are good. It's good. It's good. That's my final consensus. Alrighty, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think about this down again in the comments below. Special shout out to channel members as always. Thank you all so much for the continued support. Have a great one, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.